Hey, it is Monday, February the 9th, 2026. My name is Tom, and this is your Ready Core Daily Brief. On today's show, preparedness starts with water because, hey, without it, nothing else is going to work. We'll get to that in just a minute. Let's get you up to speed first with the latest from the RISAT team and your daily sit rep.
This is your AmCon Daily Sit Rep for February the 9th, 2026. Up first today, a new report highlights concerns over the Democratic Socialists of America, or DSA, allegedly acting as a conduit for foreign influence from China, Venezuela, and Cuba while embedding itself in U.S. protest movements. The group is accused of mobilizing out-of-state activists, reframing federal law enforcement actions as murders, and training protesters in tactics against police. Congressional committees are preparing investigations into these claims, and tensions in Minneapolis remain high following the killing of protester Alex Preddy by federal agents. In other news, are you emotionally ready for the coming collapse? Experts stress that emotional resilience is as critical as physical preparedness. Many preppers focus on gear and supplies, but underestimate the psychological strain of societal breakdown, which can include prolonged uncertainty, loss of routine, moral injury, grief, and decision fatigue. Building mental toughness, supportive relationships, and self-discipline are essential skills to train for surviving prolonged stress. Turning to security concerns, stop playing defense. Identity and authenticity have become mission critical in 2026's homeland security landscape. Adversarial AI is accelerating cyber attacks, and legacy security measures are now inadequate. With mega events like FIFA World Cup 2026 and the upcoming LA 28 Olympics, the threat of cyber disruption is significant. Experts recommend using advanced authentication methods like personal identity verification credentials or fast identity online passkeys to counteract these evolving threats. Meanwhile, a specific warning has been issued about potential violent protests in the south side of downtown Minneapolis, following recent clashes between protesters and ICE officers. The protest environment is increasingly volatile nationwide. Members are advised to remain highly situationally aware, know their exits when attending events, and report any suspicious activity to authorities and the RISAT team. Multiple online resources and protest maps are available for monitoring ongoing demonstrations. Finally, looking at today's weather, lingering rain and snow are expected in the Pacific Northwest and Northern Rockies on Monday, with the precipitation focus shifting to California on Tuesday. A clipper system will bring wintry precipitation from the upper Great Lakes to New England to start the week. Warmer than average temperatures continue from the central to western U.S., with conditions moderating in much of the eastern states. However, gusty winds and low humidity will create widespread, critical fire weather conditions across the central and southern high plains. Meanwhile, heavy rain and thunderstorms may cause flooding in Hawaii, coupled with high winds that could result in high surf, power outages, and difficult travel. Please stay alert to the local weather advisories. On the events calendar, members in Texas are invited to attend the Crisis Expo on February the 13th and 14th in Orange, Texas. This free event includes classes on crisis preparation and sustainable living, as well as vendor exhibits. Additionally, Prepare Morgan County is hosting free seed starting classes by master gardeners on February the 14th and February the 18th in Berkeley Springs, West Virginia, perfect for early garden preparation. Members can access the American Contingency Members Only site to get the full report and more in-depth analysis of today's stories, along with practical preparedness tips, training opportunities, and resources to help you, your family, and your neighborhood stay crisis ready.
Hey, just a quick reminder before we get started, tonight is the second Monday of the month. That means it's time for our leaders call tonight. If you are a leader in the organization, head over to the leaders group on platform, get the link, and I will see you there at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. When the Johnson's well pump went out one summer morning, it wasn't dramatic. It was just kind of inconvenient. No coffee, no showers, no dishes. Within hours, it stopped being funny. By lunchtime, the house was hot, tempers were rising, and Emma said the words everybody, or every prepared family rather, needs to remember. We can do without power for days, but without water for one. This week's word of the week is water first, and it's exactly what it sounds like. Solve your water problem before you solve anything else. Food, energy, comms, gear, they all matter, but without clean, available water, everything else comes to a stop. It's not glamorous, but it is foundational. Preparedness isn't about the most exciting gear, it's about the most critical resource. family can go weeks without food, but only a few days without water, and even less if temperatures rise or health conditions complicate things. Your water plan is the baseline of resilience. Whether you live on a well, a city tap, or rain catchment, the questions are all the same. Where will it come from? How will you store it? And how will you make sure it's safe to drink? So tonight, I want you to walk to your kitchen sink and imagine that it stops working right now. How long could your family live comfortably with the water you have on hand? Write down that number. You'll build from it all week this week. All right, tomorrow we're going to talk about water sourcing, the practical ways families can create redundancy in supply, whether they live in the suburbs, the city, or off-grid. Thanks, as always, for listening to the Ready Corps Daily Brief. If you're already a Ready Corps member, thanks. We appreciate that. Make sure you check out today's resources on the members-only platform or in your phone app. And if you're not a member yet, you can head over to readycorps.net to join the network and start building real resilience today. I'm Tom Rigsby. Stay alert, stay ready, and I'll talk to you again tomorrow.